doing nature's laws wrong.
It learned how to walk without having to pee.
Funny it seems, but by keeping its streams,
It learns to breathe
Fresh air.
long live the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete.
And no one else ever cared.
How do you relate to this poem?
I've met someone who's gone through a similar situation, so this poem means a lot to me. I have a lot of family members who have gone through a lot of hard times throughout their life, and I really appreciate this poem to make awareness.
So, if you were to see a person as a rose, what would you see in them?
I'd see positivity and beauty because roses are beautiful. I don't know, I guess.
What do you think is something that's difficult that kids go through?
Well, I think sometimes like kids aren't recognized for what they do best, and they're kind of underestimated sometimes. And like Tupac said, and these are the roses.
So we've learned that a rose that can grow through concrete represents overcoming challenges. What are some challenges kids face today?
Some challenges that kids face is probably with the fact that they can't go to school sometimes because other kids have opportunities to be like whatever they want to be when they grow up, but others are facing more important objectives. Like kids in Kenya, like young girls, they can't go to school because the fact that they have to bring water to their village because it's very important for the people.
Macy, what do you think kids need most to grow and accomplish their goals?
I feel like we need positivity and self-confidence and other people to help them build up to grow to be successful. But self-confidence is really important.
Use a rose to describe young women.
Young women are like roses because when they are sad or down, they don't just let that stop them. They have a strong will to reach the sun.
What's the most beautiful thing about kids?
The most beautiful thing about kids is because if they make a mistake, they still have time to change their mistakes, and they can still pick who they want to be, and it's easier for them to change their decisions and what they want to do in life, if they want to be a good person or a bad person. So I relate to this poem because sometimes I can be the rose, or kids could be the rose and stuff, and sometimes the concrete could be rough changes you might have to go through in life. Some might be hard, but you have to do it for the greater good, and some you just have to do even if it's difficult.
What were your first thoughts when you first heard this poem?
People see roses and growing from concrete, and they don't think about all the bruises that are on the petals and stuff, but then they see a kid that may be covered in dirt or something, and they put stereotypes on them, and they don't actually get to know them and see how many good traits they have.
Clark, what do you think kids need to overcome the challenges that they face today?
Overcome challenges? They just need they don't need help, but they need assistance to do it themselves. So they shouldn't have somebody doing it for them, but they should have someone supporting them. Somebody that should nurture them to grow up, because it's hard to grow up because in the poem, you're gonna have damaged petals, and so if you don't want to have damaged petals, you need the sunshine and the water to help you grow up.
What I think about the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete is that someone's growing up because the rose is growing up into a big rose, and there's a person that's growing up into being a a strong person, like the strong rose, and the petals are people that are trying to do these things, but they can't do it because they're struggling to do it.
Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? It grew on its own with no water, but the rose held itself up with only a little happiness. It pushed itself to keep growing, even being alone in the dark nights. He still grew even with his damaged petals. He grew all the way, and then he shone like the bright sun.
I heard about that rose that grew from that crack in the concrete. I heard about its bent stem. I heard about its fallen petals and leaves. I heard about its will to bypass nature's laws and reach the sun. I heard about that tiny little rose breaking through that wall of obstacles and reaching the thing it loved most. I heard how no one cared, how no one helped, yet that little rose learned to walk on its own without having two little feet to help it. I'm so glad that rose lived long, so long that it had the joy that it needs and deserved. So I heard about that rose that grew from the crack in the concrete. Yes, I heard.
We are beautiful roses, hiding in concrete. We are stepped on every day, no one cares. In the streets, every day, voices everywhere. Haters be heard. We can grow up through the concrete and overcome our fears. We should believe anything is possible, because it's here.
See, every kid from every part of the world who's ever struggled to grow up is this rose.
We reach for the sun, attempting to realize our dreams.
The concrete is every obstacle, every barrier, every roadblock.
COVID, racism, failing schools, sexism, war, poverty, and broken homes.
But all we need, all we look for, all we have to find is that one glimmer of light.
And the one crack in the concrete.
And we will grow.
We will claim our dreams. We will dare to be beautiful. And be a rose that grew from concrete.
That's why the rose that grew from the concrete had damaged petals. On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity. We would all love its will to reach the sun. Well, we are the roses. This is the concrete. These are my damaged petals. Don't ask me why. Ask me how.